Hello everyone, Machi here. We are back with another episode of In-Depth Look, and today we stay with the FF10 team from the last episode. We're gonna take an in-depth look at Seymour and Yuna this time. We're gonna do the Fran Lost Chapter Chaos fight. We're gonna use brothers. We're gonna use Leo on the first wave to get fast to the second boss wave. And we're gonna finish up our composition with Waka. So we have a full Final Fantasy X team. So yeah, let's get on it. Alright. Okay, so I'm gonna start talking about Yuna first, and we're gonna talk about Seymour more on the second wave. For now, Waka, do your thing. Alright. Seymour, you switch out for now. Alright. Let's talk about Yuna a little bit. Yuna is a little bit of a controversial character. She got... She plays quite differently from back in the day where she was a pure support. Now she's different. Now she has the help of Valefor, which actually push her more to like a hybrid role. She still has Azuna and Cheer, which are pure support abilities, but her turns now are usually way more offensive, with Energy Rain and Sonic Wings, which are Valefor skills. That are pure damaging skills. Also, her EX is also pretty much offensive. So she is pushed more to an hybrid role. What does this mean? Yuna, to make use of Yuna I think to make her shine in a good way, you probably need another support and another DPS with her, because she helps other and she can still deal a decent amount of damage with the right team. But if you leave her by herself, like if she's your only support, she's not gonna do that like in a super amazing way. And definitely she cannot be your sole DPS as well. So in this case, we have Waka here that will help her out with more buffs and auras, and still we will do damage. So we are covered in that case. So remember, as always with these hybrid type of characters, you need to build around them. Do not leave them be by themselves, otherwise they will not do much. Now, Yuna. Yuna is quite interesting, actually. She has two purely supportive skills, and the Bravery, which is now an HP attack, and the HP attack are purely offensive. So, Azuna. Azuna is party-wide battery, pretty decent based on initial Bravery. Most importantly, which is one thing that Yuna still does very well to this day, is removing all the debuffs. This thing is always useful. Not to mention that also increases the buffs of the whole party by once. So she's one of those characters that can increase the buff duration of the allies by 1, which is very important too. You can definitely combo it with, like, for example, the edge buffs for the dodge, right? The veins buff, you can use one more free turn with Vayne, with Azuna. There are some cool combos with that. High turn rate. Cheer. Self, 8 turns Fate's Refuge. Party, 8 turns Spirit's Blessing, attack up 1. Grants party bravery based on own attack, then further grants bravery 1.5. Slightly restores target's HP. And your HP becomes HP plus with Fate's Refuge active. So, Cheer is basically her main heal. Only 5 uses, so you have to use them with care. Now, the buff that this thing gives are not really amazing because they are very outdated. So we will see the buffs later when we will use cheer. For now, keep in mind that this thing does a little bit of battery, but also most importantly is a fairly decent heal. So you would definitely want to keep it for healing first and foremost. Now, with Valefor, we have the special effect Valefor here for 6 turns, which is given by our EX, Energy Blast. With Valefor active, we have Sonic Wings and Energy Ray. To put it simply, Sonic Wings is a single target attack, bravery, plus HP attack, a little bit of overflow. Grants allies bravery based on HP damage dealt, alright? So this one is another way to for her to battery the party, which is very useful. While Energy Ray is purely offensive and mainly for groups, since it has a very high overflow. And yeah, it's only 2 hit, so it's best used on group of enemies. And deals proportionate HP damage to each target. Alright, so let's start by using Sonic Wings. We have Valefor. That comes up, which is pretty awesome. Waka, just HP plus. We have a lot of bravery regen going on right now with Waka and Yuna, because Yuna does have, assuming that you have the right artifacts for her, because she has the special artifacts. She does have a decent amount of party-wide buffs and stats. All right. Okay, let's kill this leech. Alright, with Seymour, I'm gonna talk about him more later. For now, let's just change spell. Alright, well, that was quick. Alright, we are on the boss wave. We still have more to talk about Yuna. So, as you can see now, with Yuna, we only have 1 turn left on all of our buffs, including the attack crills buff that we got from Waka here, which is gonna help her a lot. Waka, let's see if we can proc our attack crills again. We did on both Seymour and Yuna, nice. Okay, so now we only have 1 more turn of Valefor. As you can see, our EX is still needs to recharge here. And the first time that you use Yuna, when you start up with Valefor, but unless you spam skills, you will not charge up Energy Blast immediately. So you will have probably a little bit of time where you will have no Valefor. So keep that in mind. Now, one of the problems of Yuna is that Azuna especially is high turn rate, which can be a problem sometimes because this is not a free skill. So having high turn rate sometimes messes up your turns and you lose damage as a consequence. So this is something that you need to play around. Always check where Yuna lands up in the turn count. See? Alright. Do we want to use cheer for the buffs? Not really, not immediately at least. For now, let's just energy ray. Let's see that too. Alright. Okay. Since we are here, let's talk about Seymour too. Seymour is a magical attacker with a strong emphasis on debuffing the enemy. He has a wider range of debuffs that are all pretty darn strong. He can in total put even 5 debuffs to the enemy. His whole gimmick here for Seymour is doing increased damage every time at certain HP threshold for the enemy. What does this mean? Basically, all of his skills triggers another ability if the enemy is, for example, at 80% or lower, and then 30% or lower of their max HP, which is a pretty unique and interesting mechanic. So it basically, Seymour gets stronger and stronger as the fight goes on. So when the enemy is at full health, is actually at his weakest, which is pretty peculiar. Now, Seymour has Chain Spell, which is a 2-hit magic bravery attack plus HP attack delivered 2 times. Deals extra bravery damage to debuff target, which is a theme also with Seymour, so always you definitely need an enemy that can be debuffed for Seymour to be good, always remember that. Stolen Bravery might exceed max brave up to 120%. So 5 turns initial bravery down 2 on the enemy, which is pretty strong. Initial bravery down debuff is pretty rare and it's very useful as well. You gain max brave up 2 as well, and high turn rate. So Chain Spell, as you can see, it's another high turn rate ability, can get you up in turns very fast. Triggers an additional Chain Spell if the target's HP is 80% of max HP or less. Trigger a Chain Spell will not trigger another. And we have the modified Bravery Plus. So pretty straightforward. The fact that it's delivered 2 times and then the ability is repeated again is what makes this very interesting. The debuffs is also really good. This is a very good ability in my opinion. But like we said, to start dealing tons of damage, we need the target to be at 80% or lower. So what I actually suggest when you play Seymour on a double targets or triple targets fight is to try and focus down one first. Try to get to the 80% threshold on one enemy very fast, which is, I think it helps him out. Lens of Atrophy is a 4-hit magic bravery attack plus HP attack. Extra bravery damage to debuff target, a little bit of overflow, 50% splash, so he has a little bit of splash going on. All targets, 6 turns, attack down 2, defense down 2, max brave down 2, which I believe is 40%. So 40% down on all of these stats, very good indeed. You get 8 turns of Maester of Yevon, and triggers an additional Chain Spell at 80% of lower. So, doesn't matter if you use Lens of Atrophy or Chain Spell, you will trigger another Chain Spell, which will proc the debuff as well, by the way. So keep that in mind too. So let's start by doing a Lens of Atrophy right away. Also, let's check. Maester of Yevon is just a max Raven attack buff, alright? Alright. Okay, Waka, you can do that. Okay, with Yuna we don't have the Valefor, we don't have the HP plus right now, we don't have a lot going on. What do? Let's use Cheer, even if we don't need the heal right now. Let's check the buffs that it gives. Alright, so Spear's Blessing, even though it has a unique name, is not a framed buff. Restores bravery and raises max brave. It's really weak though. The max brave is like 10% more, and also the bravery regen is pretty weak. Of course it adds up if you have a lot of bravery regen going on in your party, but it's pretty forgettable, absolutely forgettable. Fate's Refuge, it's a little bit more interesting because it's a pretty substantial initial bravery boost and a defense buff, which is not too bad. Yeah, it's not super bad. Attack up is not huge again, but it's useful. So those are the buffs from Cheer. But given that they are attached to a skill that heals, I don't think you want to spam it just to keep up the buffs. Yeah, that's why you probably need another support with her to help her out in that regard. Alright, Seymour, what do? We are kinda at full max brave almost. We can check Seymour HP plus, which is a 2-hit bravery attack plus HP attack, but deals extra bravery damage to debuff target, which makes it pretty strong actually. It's pretty strong HP plus. We also need to put the initial bravery down, which is also useful. Let's do it. cannot trigger the another one, of course, right now. Quacka, blind that one. Yuna, we have Grand Summon. So Grand Summon, of course, is summoning Valefor. Keep in mind that if you have already Valefor up, Grand Summon changes name, but the attack itself is the same. So you gain for 6 turns the special effect Valefor. Triggers Energy Blast, which is the actual, the actual EX. It's a 10-hit group magic bravery attack plus single target HP attack. More damage when attacking a single target. Up to 180% overflow, 50% splash. Grants allies bravery based on HP damage dealt to target. For 6 turns you gain Valefor's favor. And then your bravery and HP attack becomes, like we said, Energy Blast and Sonic Wings. So a lot of stuff going on. Let's use it. Remember that it does splash and that it batteries the party. So that's really important to remember. Right. Pretty strong battery, as you can see as well, assuming that you hit hard with it. Now, Valefor's favor raises own attack and max brave, and restores a certain amount of party's HP and bravery. So it's a pretty strong buff, actually. Like, it's a really good buff. Allows Yuna to have a little bit of HP regen to the party. It's not super strong, but it's, it's always there. So it's nice to have. Alright. For Seymour, we have Requiem. That's a big text box. Sounds complicated, but it's very, very simple. Requiem is a 6-hit group magic bravery attack plus group HP attack. More damage on when attacking single target. Extra bravery damage to debuff target. Deals proportionate HP damage to each target. For 8 turns, you gain 1 level of Seymour Repose. Limit is 3. Seymour's Repose is this buff. Assuming that you have Seymour built up, you start with 2 stacks right away, and you can build another one to get to 3. Raises max brave and attack, and most importantly, the overflow of Requiem increases. It goes up to 200% at 3 stacks. Okay, yeah, limit of Stolen Bravery increases with Seymour's Repose level. Now, like all the other abilities for Seymour, even the EX triggers another ability based on the health of the enemy. If the enemy is at 80% of max HP or lower, you trigger Lens of Atrophy, but without the debuffs, okay? It's just the attack. And at 30% or lower, you trigger not only Lens of Atrophy, but Chain Spell too. So when the enemy is on the red health bar zone, you really start to hammer down with a lot of abilities here, which is pretty fun and also pretty strong. Alright, so let's use it. Let's get the 3 stacks. Alright. We are not at 80% yet, of course, on the 2 lions here. We have attack reels, so let's use it. Yes, let's see if we can get our buffs on our 2 beautiful summoners. I think we didn't get it on Seymour, or maybe we did, I'm not sure. Alright, now, after we use Requiem, we have Lens of Atrophy, Chain Spell, and even sets up Burst for free. Very important, this is what makes Seymour last long in a fight, because otherwise he's someone that wants to spam abilities pretty often. Now, it's really useful, and I think it's pretty useful that the fact that you can use sets up bursts for free too. Because this thing is a 2-hit magic bravery attack plus HP attack, and you put a sap, so another debuff on the enemy, for a total of 5 debuffs if you want, on a single enemy. Pretty strong. It's actually, you know what, let's use it. So we got our sap for free there. And here, I said I wanted to focus one target first. I think I didn't do that all that very well, but let's use Chain Spell. Let's put that Eye Brave down. All right. Okay. Let's go. we got our basic overview. Let's play the fight and see what we can do. Okay, Waka, give us a little bit of bravery. Seymour, Lens of Atrophy. Alright, now we are under 80% and we start, as you can see, we start doing a lot of damage. Because, assuming that you can hit hard on the enemy, of course. As you can see, Seymour can hit very, very hard. Very, very hard. Okay. Okay, I believe this guy is not blinded and I want to blind him. Yuna, you use Sonic Wings on that guy. Let's see if we can avoid it. Nope. Another important thing to remember about Yuna is that she has the last stand buff. So when she's above 50%, if she receives a single fatal HP blow, she will resist at 1 HP, which is very, very useful. Seymour. Just do a normal HP plus. Is this guy blinded? Nope. He has this sub effecto. Let's try to blind him. Nice. You have a lot of debuffs going on here. Okay. We keep using Energy Ray for now here. Of course, if you need the battery, you can use Sonic Wings too. Requiem. Let's go. So Requiem will trigger an additional Lens of Atrophy now. Which deals splash damage as well, as you can see. Alright, now we have the free ability use. Let's use it on... let's use it on A. Let's use Lens of Atrophy free. Keep in mind that the debuffs are AoE, by the way, for Lens of Atrophy. All the targets receive 3 debuffs with Lens of Atrophy, which is pretty nice. Yuna, do a Sonic Wings there. Nice. And Waka, great daring. Ouch. Alright, chain spell. Nice. Okay. I don't think we have the... Yeah, we don't have it on Seymour. We don't have... I mean, attack wheels on Seymour. Okay, and also let's use another Lens of Atrophy. Grand Summon. See if we can avoid. Nope. Energy Ray. Requiem. Alright. We're going pretty smoothly here for now. We have a little bit of HP damage on Seymour, we need to be careful. We can use a cheer actually, why not? Could also use Asuna to remove the debuffs for Waka, which is heavily focused here. Nice. The blind doing a good job there. Not nice. Alright, free skill. Since they are to target, I think it's better to use Lens of Atrophy. There are, of course, sometimes it's better to use it on Chain Spell, or even, like I said, on set SAP. We have a launch here, but I'm gonna Energy Ray anyway. Alright. Is this guy still blinded? Nope. Do we want to blind him again? You have to be careful because B is attacking me too, so let's go a little bit safer. Alright, that's not too much HP damage. Chain Spell. Let's use it for the high turn rate too, so we get a little bit higher in turns there. And okay, they might start using the ability that can paralyze, which can be annoying, but of course with Yuna we can remove it, so maybe we will be able to see that. And I'm actually gonna use Asuna right now. One Asuna to increase the buffs and all of that. Yeah, Noble Wing, here we go. Okay, didn't paralyze, didn't get paralyzed. Alright. Valefor, let's go. Attack Reels, we need to use Great Daring again as well. We are double targeted here, which is a little bit annoying, but Lens of Atrophy. Alright. Great Daring. Okay, got our boss back. Yuna. Initial attack is her added ability. It's pretty straightforward, more initial bravery and attack. It's useful for her because she has a bunch of bravery, of attack and initial bravery scalings on her kit, so let's use it. And Sonic Wings. Alright, we have Requiem up. Let's use it on B. We are almost to that 30% mark, which is gonna be great for Seymour. Waka to the all attack. Okay, we have a good... We are keeping our debuffs up. I think we are doing okay. We need a little bit of battery here, probably. Well, Seymour is probably gonna get broken. Let's blind A. Exactly, okay. Attack Reels. Got the buff on Seymour, which is very nice. And Asuna. Let's not get broken. Nice. Alright, we should have a free ability here. Free Lens of Atrophy. Alright. Ooh, that's not good. We're probably gonna get hit pretty hard here. Yup. Alright. Don't have much choice here, we gotta summon. Yeah, we need to summon. We absolutely need to summon. Let's go. It's not bad too, it's a good time to summon. But I'm gonna use one shear at least. Alright. Do you have Requiem? Not yet. Alright. Okay, you blind that guy. Yuna, you energy blast A. Okay, now with Requiem we're gonna start triggering all of our attacks. Let's use it on B. Nice, that's a lot of damage. See? That's when really Seymour start to going in hard, which I really like. It's really fun as well to see all the chaining of the, the abilities. Alright, we have them going on both Yuna and Seymour, which is a little bit annoying. Alright. We need to be a little bit careful, but I'm actually gonna use a bar sap here on that guy. I don't want to take too much HP damage on Seymour if I get attacked, so I'm gonna go safe for now. Okay, nice. That is nice. Right, blind doing its work here. Let's use one more cheer. Wanna stay safe, end up in health. Ah, Waka got paralyzed. That's a little bit annoying. Alright. Lens of Atrophy on A. And Sonic Wings on B. Ah! My 41k bravery. Oh, poor Waka, man. Poor Waka. Alright. Probably gonna get HP attacked here on Yuna, but we should be fine. It's okay to take a little bit of HP damage here. And energy ray. as you can see with another, like with a strong setup, with another support, Yuna can hit hard. It's not like she doesn't do damage. Okay, let's Requiem B. Nice. Good boy Seymour, man. Good boy Seymour. Doing a lot of stuff there. Okay. Sonic Quick on B. We have attack Krill's Wrap. Alright. And Seymour, you can finish up the fight. Cool. All right. So, I hope you guys had a good overview. I think this fight gave us a good overview of definitely of what Seymour is capable of, but also Yuna. As you can see with the right setup, Yuna can still do well. You can still use her in chaos fights. She still has the utility of Asuna. She can still heal. She still has, I think, pretty decent battery overall. She's definitely good with the right in the right fight and with the right setup. She's not perfect, but she's definitely usable. So if you like her, and Seymour, I think you've all seen what he can do. He can hit very hard. He has a lot of debuffs that are very, very useful, and he just gets stronger and stronger as the fight goes. He has good longevity as well because he has free skills. I think he's a really, really cool mage, probably underrated, I think, but he's good. He's really good. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you very much. Tell me what you think of it in the comments, and see you guys soon.